now that the wall in and of itself was, like the war, a center of controversy. Many of us, and I myself included, when the designs first came out, was just a black gash in a green field. And we didn't understand that. We expected monuments like we saw for the World War II generation, and the monuments that we see around town, even the World War I statue of the doughboy next to the cannon in front of the flagpole at the courthouse. You know, that part of America that we all grew up with was there. And this is very different, and we didn't like it. And the young Chinese American woman, Maya Lin, who was the architect who submitted that design, you see some heat, some anger from us that she honestly did not deserve. And we owe her, now that we see what she had in mind and how it is involved, we owe her an apology for the things we felt and said about her, just because she was an immigrant American kid whose family came over from China in 1946 or 48. And yet that family story is the fundamental story of every family in America. But we didn't see that. And we were very, very vocal about not liking that. But there was a lot we didn't like, and there was a lot of people that disagreed with us. But that was the time. And over years, as other parts of the committees to make things right ended up putting a flag, a statue of 3 soldiers close by, looking at the wall, 3 young men, representative of us, the Vietnam servicemen, and the flag. And later on, when the women servicemen also put their statue up for the nurses that were helping us calming the medevacs. That little area has become something special. Because over the years, we saw something change. And it started from after a week-long celebration in 1982, when people came to the wall for the dedication. The people also brought things. And they kept coming back. And they kept leaving things. And the National Park Service did not know what to do with that. But they knew that something special was happening. And so these offerings at the wall, dog tags, medals, certainly, a can of sea rats, a picture of a child never seen, a bottle of beer, lots of beer, flowers, notes from grandchildren that never knew a grandparent. All these things were left at the wall. And that became the heart and soul of a collection that transcends most other museum collections, because it wasn't the artifacts on display were not chosen by the curator. They were left by us. Each family, every person in some way, every generation that makes that pilgrimage to the wall, found something that they wanted to say or leave behind, and they left it there. And now they're housed and cataloged, and every once in a while they break them out and show things. The wall has become a symbol of peace, coming together, protest, political statements about events 20 years after the war that had maybe nothing to do with the war, but perhaps something to do with what individuals did. A Congressional Medal of Honor recipient left his medal on the wall in protest of another war. I don't see that as any kind of sacrilege. I just see that as the voice of an individual American trying to say what he feels and leaving it in a place where he thinks it might have to move to that. For like every single one of us that have gone to the wall also have that right to exercise our opinion and make that statement in this country. And we value that, we treasure that, and that's why we do what we do. And so that in and of itself is not a bad thing, it is a good thing. And so while the wall and the 3 statues and the flag and the medevac for the nurses, that bronze statue, all become part of that, it all holds together nicely on the wall. So as we come back now, once again, these numbers are not numbers, they're individuals. Let us remember that what we, the Vietnam veterans, have in common with all the rest is that we are the armed forces of the United States of America. And we stand together when we took that vow. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And I dare take on this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the order of the office of which I'm about to enter. And that's the same oath that we just took when we did the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, to when our scouts, on my honor, to do my best, to do my duty to God and my country. It's part of the warp and weave of the fabric of the nation. And we try to find simple yet straightforward ways to articulate that feeling that makes us proud to be Americans, makes us proud to be members of this community. So, Vietnam veterans, we had our moment in the spotlight today. We didn't break ranks with that long line of veterans that doing service and sacrifice are tenet of our heart. The oath is like a prayer. We are incredibly blessed to be citizens of the United States of America. We understand our responsibilities. We, the Vietnam veterans, will do 40 years, 50 years on in the war what we continue to do by virtue of our service organizations, our activities in the community, our help. We will take care of those who come after us. We will take care of those preceded us. The young veterans of the day need our help. We are the most likely to help them. We are the best place to help them because we are still in the prime of our lives and we have the wherewithal to do so. And we have an obligation to take care of our elders as well as watch out for our children. Do not let anyone take the fact that you are members of the armed forces of the United States of America away from you. That's part and parcel of our soul. The things we felt when we were 19, we still feel today. If anything threatens our country, we will still be there. We will still be there. And with every veteran, there is a family. And with every family, there is a story. And that extensive support group is incredibly critical to all the things we are able to do. And as our nation moves forward, as our cities and our towns and our people and our kids move forward, let us remember where we stand in that line and our promises to serve and protect. We are the Americans. We are the United States of America. God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.